Alright, what's up, you guys? So I kind of have like something, it's like a little bit soapboxy, but I really think it's actually important for you to know when deciding whether or not you want to be a PA, because there are some things that like are essential to the PA profession and just healthcare in general. And if you don't fit into this box, like then it's not for you. Like the PA profession, the healthcare profession, like working in the healthcare system, it's not for you. And so I wanted to address that. So if you're thinking about getting into healthcare or becoming a PA, watch this video because I'm going to give you like the number one thing that you need to know that will help you decide whether or not this profession is for you. So let's get into it right now. What's up, you guys? It's Adanna and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I mean, I know I'm like, it's not really doom and gloom, but it's very much like, oh my gosh, like this big looming thing. But it's really important, and I've been kind of thinking about this for a long period of time just because I see it a lot as a PA working inpatient, but I really definitely want to address it with you all because I think it's important for you all to know, like especially if you're coming up and trying to be in healthcare or become a PA, because this will either make you a really bad provider or really good provider or no provider at all, because you're going to realize like this is not for you. Okay, so I said you should know this if you're trying to get into the PA profession, and the main thing is that if you don't like working with other people or like collaborating, and if you do not like service or customer service in general, then this profession and like healthcare in general is not for you. I think it's pretty matter of fact and kind of blunt because honestly it's true. I was talking to my husband recently and I was like, yo, Aunt, you know, I think like, I don't know if like we've lost or people don't realize like when they work in healthcare and when they work as providers like nurses and MDs and PAs and, you know, PTs and all the other forms, RTs of healthcare providers and professionals, that we are in a business of customer service. You know, like we are servers. And I was just kind of going back to like my days when I was actually a server and the kind of like customer service that you would give, partially because you were like, oh, okay, you know, if I give you good service, then obviously you're, you know, hopefully you're going to give me a good tip. And I know that it's not the same thing. Like you rarely do you get a good tip as a provider working inpatient or with really ill or sick people. But I think your tip comes in the form of gratitude from the family members and from even that patient. And it may not always come, right? And so you're not doing this to get a tip or to get compliments or to get accolades. You're doing this because you like to serve. And so if you are not a server, if you do not like to serve, if you do not like dealing with people, if you don't like customer service, this is not for you. And like I would tell you to stop right now wherever you're at on this journey and find something else to do. Because I think a lot of people come in and they're like, oh, you know, like this is great. I can only go to school for like 2 years as a graduate degree or 2.5 years and then come out and I'm able to make anywhere from $100,000+ $250,000 a year. That's great. And I only have to spend 2 years out of my life and I get to travel and do all the things that I want to do. And yes, it sounds great and it sounds wonderful, but no one talks to you about the times when, you know, your patient is cussing you out or trying to spit on you or trying to hit you, or, you know, like your patient is actually like fighting you when you're trying to help them in terms of like making it a little bit more difficult for you to do your job. And you're like, okay, like, you know, sir, ma'am, like I'm trying to help you, like let me help you, right? And how you are in those moments will define like who you are as a provider, and not only who you are as a provider, but basically like kind of change or form the trajectory of like the health of your patient. And I've seen this, like, you know, there have been times when I have to come in and I have to like diffuse the situation because my patient's already upset and irritated that they've been waiting like, you know, an hour to get seen. And, you know, maybe their nurse was a little bit dismissive because she has like 4 other patients that she's dealing with and she's overwhelmed and drowning. And then here I come in and I'm like, hey, you know, my name is Adanna. I'm the XYZ PA. And they're just upset. But you have to come inside of yourself and realize, like, you know, it's not their fault. Like, they're in pain, they're hurting, and it's their prerogative to be upset or kind of like hurt in this situation, but it's also your opportunity to now provide good care. And so if you are a server at heart, if you have a heart for service, if you love working with people, because this PA profession is very much collaborative in nature, you know, we work with all different spectrums of the healthcare system, when dealing with patients, starting from emergency department, even outpatient care, and like kind of seeing them through with like physical therapy or social work or whatever the case may be. You have to collaborate, and so it is very important for you to be able to be collaborative in nature, and then just really have a heart of service, because this is a service career. Okay, you are serving others in some of their most difficult times, and so it's really important for you to understand that you got to check your attitude, right? You got to check yourself and your attitude, and you know, if that's not you, then it's not you, and this profession is not for you. But I really just kind of wanted to make this like kind of quick PSA, just information for you, because it can be really hard. It can be very difficult when things aren't going the way that you feel they should be going, or, you know, the care isn't happening the way that, or as smoothly or seamlessly as you feel it should be going. But you have the power to kind of change that through your attitude and through how you deal with your patients and speak to your patients. And even if they may not speak to you in a nice manner, or, you know, say that they appreciate what you do, this is kind of what you signed up for. And if you didn't know that, now you know. Okay, if you guys have any questions for me, leave your comments and your questions in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, follow me on Instagram at AdannaThePA, and on Instagram at Get That to University, where we help you not only get into but through PA school. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.